What's up flappers, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about Raiden Shogun, how you can build her, how you can play her. This is going to be free to play friendly, so I hope it's going to help out a lot of you. I know a lot of stuff right now is floating around, there's a lot of information, and I'm trying my best to piece it all together for you guys in this video. Timestamps will be in the description, so without further ado, let's get Raiden to it. Get it? Because it's Raiden Shogun. Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about tips and tricks for Raiden. We're going to be talking about her best weapon and artifacts. We're going to be talking about her talent upgrade priority. We're going to be talking about her artifact main stats and substats, and we're going to be talking a little bit about her pros and cons to end. So I hope you guys can keep up with me, starting with tips and tricks. So basically, before Raiden fully stacks her passive resolve, she is likely your support DPS, but understand once she fully stacks her resolve, she can become a main DPS temporarily. Don't underestimate the damage that she can pack, and give her the time to shine when the time is right to maximize your DPS rotation. Juggling energy particle is going to be mighty difficult for many players, but it is an essential part of mastering Raiden. It's best to take your time and learn proper DPS rotations with this character, as things can get pretty complicated very fast. A simple rule of thumb is to activate your elemental skill at the start of combat engagement. Know that the elemental burst buff is for the entire party, and to not forget proper burst rotation, such as using Bennett's burst first to set the groundwork for more potential damage output. Followed by that, talent upgrade. I heavily advise maxing your elemental skill first, followed by your burst skill. In all honesty, you can leave Raiden's normal and charge attack talent for now at talent 1, as realistically you never really need to use it. Her elemental skill is the one that you're going to be using the most, and it actually gains the most benefits from getting upgraded. And not saying that her burst is bad, her burst is phenomenal, but her elemental skill, much like Albedo's, does have 100% uptime, so it's always going to be up regardless whether you're using Raiden to attack or you're using other characters. You're going to be benefiting from the elemental skill, so try to level this one up first if you are tight on resources. Now, if you are building physical DPS Raiden, this is the wrong video, and my brain capacity isn't big enough to offer you anything of use, so fend for yourself if you are building physical DPS Raiden. Moving into the weapon and artifacts. For weapons, Raiden will be a perfect fit with the catch. Yes, the catch, the fishing weapon. Please don't look at me, I have yet to touch the fishing feature, and likely will not for a bit. I just don't have enough resources currently, but I can say with certainty the catch will be one of the best options for Raiden. Followed by that, in the 4-star category, we have the Deathmatch, followed by the Black Cliff Pole, and then the Favonius Lance. All of these are good options, but the catch will be what you want to run with Raiden. It's free, right? The only people excused from using the catch are players watching this video during Raiden's rerun, sometimes in the future where you cannot get the catch anymore. Apart from those viewers, just use the catch, people. I know it's ugly, but let me tell you, it's one of the best weapons you can possibly run on Raiden, apart from the 5-star options I'm about to mention. So we have the Staff of Homa, Jade Spear, Vortex Vanquisher, and of course Bao's signature weapon, Engulfing Lightning. All of these are going to be outperforming the catch even at Refinement 5, so they are your premium options if you have any of them. For those wondering, the Skyward Spine falls just shy of the catch at R1, DS R5 for the catch, but the two are so close that you likely will not even notice any difference. Now, with that said, let's go into the artifacts. Listen, I can make an entire video series on Raiden's artifact build paths, but I will simplify it for you guys also to not waste your time. For your artifact sets, you really only have 2 options. Yes, 2 options. Unlike most videos, I'm giving you guys 2, alright? And if anyone recommends anything else from these 2 options, you're likely getting trolled. So, first and foremost, Emblem of Severed Fate. No brainer, this is a set that was tailor-made for Raiden. Apart from this set, you can also run the Tenacity of the Millelith set. Wow, surprise, surprise, which I'm already going to get hate just by mentioning it, alright? While it's nowhere as efficient as the Emblem of Severed Fate for Bao, it still works flawlessly with Raiden's elemental skill, and for those looking for another way to facilitate their team, it's an option, right? It's not bad, it's an option. It's there if you want to use it and you don't have a good set of Emblem of Severed Fate, so don't force it. For people wondering of running like 4-piece Thunder Soother set or 2-piece, 4-piece Thunder Fury, forget it for now at the very least. Electro is in a very wonky spot, so you do not want to cripple yourself from running an Electro DPS team. I mean, if you want to do it, you can, no one is stopping you, but at this point, you might as well build physical DPS Raiden with 4-piece Pale Flame, since meta obviously has left the chat ages ago. So yeah, stick with Emblem of Severed Fate if you want to get the most out of your Raiden. For main stats in your artifact, it can also get complicated, but to sum it up, go for attack percentage if you want your Raiden to deal more damage herself, and go for energy recharge if you want her to be more team oriented by providing energy to the rest of the team. Do keep in mind, Raiden's passive also gives her benefits from energy recharge as a stat, but even so, attack percentage stands will still win out in raw damage for Raiden herself. For the cup piece is where many people will get stumped as to what is the best for them. To put it simply, if you have ER Sands, you should be running attack percentage on cup. If you are running the catch R5 with attack percentage Sands, you can also run attack on cup. The reason for this is to avoid overstacking on your stats due to diminishing returns. It's quite common to have people mindlessly stacking for stats they think yield the most DPS in return, but oftentimes they do not take into account for diminishing returns. So when should you run Electro Cups? It's for when you have team buffers on your team that can pump more raw attack into your kit, such as Bennett or Sarah. Strictly speaking, you won't go wrong with either attack percentage or electro damage, but for the tryhards, there is quite a lot to min-max here. Now, finally, the headpiece, it's best to go for crit rate or crit damage. Obviously, the best one here is likely going to be crit rate, as Raiden does not have much crit rate innately built into her kit. And of course, depending on what weapon you are using, this can change as well. If you are using the Deathmatch or Jade Spear, crit damage will also do fine right here. Finally, substats, it's crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and attack percentage. I say this, but the chances of you getting an artifact with all these substats is rarer than an Anniversary Amber buff. So now let's finally move into the pros and cons and just talk a little bit about the Raiden Shogun. Now, Raiden definitely offers a kit and a playstyle to facilitate the team that we have never seen before, one of a kind, and under her command, if you build the proper team around her, she can be a top contender when it comes to DPS output and just fun in general. She is a spectacular character that miHoYo has designed for us, catering towards a new meta, an electro-focused meta. Now, with that said, we're moving slowly into the cons. While Raiden Shogun herself is very strong, the electro element currently now is taking points away from Raiden. I've made a video talking about this, but when Raiden uses her elemental skill, you don't have a choice as to whether or not you want electro to be applied. It simply just inserts itself into your DPS rotation. So what I'm saying is, if you are playing Raiden Shogun, you are essentially forced to play around with the electro element. And of course, that's a no-brainer. She is electro. You of course going to be having to deal with electro, but I did not expect you had to deal with it to this scale. It's essentially forcing you to either play with electro reactions or forego it altogether. Now, there is a method of playing with Raiden where you just simply don't use her elemental skill and you focus purely on her burst skill, but then again, she's just going to be doing some damage for most of the time, and until she stacks up her resolve fully, and where she can do a very tight window burst damage and goes back to being an energy particle generator essentially. So then she kind of gets demoted to the point where why don't you just run the Electro MC who generates energy particles for your team as well. So with that said, play Raiden in teams that can utilize her electro element, and for the rest, just try to have fun. She's gonna be great. She can most likely clear all the content in the game. She can help your team just to get more energy particles and to spam those burst skills. So overall, you can get a lot of quality with quick swap teams and burst spamming heavy teams. Thank you guys for watching. I know this video came out quite a bit later. I had to help my friends move as they just got a new baby, and I just changed a new computer recently. So a lot of things have been happening in my life. I hope you guys are having fun with Genshin Impact. I'm slowly getting back into it and farming things back up, but definitely at this point I'm playing a catching game. With that said, I hope to see you guys all in tomorrow's video, and I hope this video has helped you out for those who had further questions. Until the next video, urge you all to stay safe and peace.